Yo people, what's going on, man? It's your boy George back with another video of mine. Hope you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves. Much love to all of you on this Monday. So today's video, we got a very big topic. First time actually doing a proper tactical analysis video today. We're going to be breaking down Chelsea versus Liverpool. Unfortunately, I support Chelsea, innit? So we lost and I'm heartbroken still. We lost two finals now against Liverpool. Both games went 0-0, went into extra time, and we lost on penalty shootouts. But yeah, man, you know, Thanksgiving FC's back at it again. If your team's in trouble right now in the league, just holler up Chelsea, man. They'll help you out. If you need your dishwasher fixing, just call up Chelsea Charity Foundation and they'll help you out free of charge, man. But overall, guys, by the game, you know, Liverpool started off really well, pressed really well. They made it very difficult for us to build up from the back. We were playing it long, which is not really the way that we play. Normally we play from the back. Normally in games with Chelsea, we play through Jorginho. He comes very deep to receive the ball off the likes of Thiago Silva, Rudiger, you know, Chalobah, whoever's playing on that back three. For him to progress the ball, you know, sometimes Kovacic comes deep as well. But we couldn't do that. But Liverpool's press was so aggressive by the 2-8s in Thiago and Keita to the point where the first 15 to 25 minutes we couldn't really play out. They were creating a lot of chances. There was an unforced error by Mendy at the start of the game that almost cost us a goal. But we adjusted into the game and we started to get control, started to create more chances, had more possession of the ball as well. We started to get Jorginho on the ball, but the main outlet for us guys in this game that really helped us out was playing through the wings and getting Thiago Silva in the ball. You know, Thiago Silva is our deep line playmaker in that defense. He was getting the ball, distributing the ball out to the wings where that was the most space for us to, you know, create chances and, you know, receive the ball. The outlet for us guys was definitely on the wing. But, you know, defensively, we looked solid as well. We were getting outrun in the midfield due to the numerical advantage that Liverpool had with the 4-3-3. Obviously, there was a 3 versus 2 in the midfield with Jorginho and Kovacic getting outnumbered by Mane coming in as a false 9, getting in between the two pivots with the 2-8s. In Thiago and Keita, they were occupying Jorginho and Kovacic, which left space for Mane to receive the ball and play, which was drawing out Thiago Silva as well. And obviously, this was causing a lot of problems for Chalobah because he had Diaz running in behind as well, trying to find space and pockets to run in behind. And yeah, man, but obviously we changed the shape in the second half. We went to a 4 at the back, which I'm going to break down in this video for you guys as well. And yeah, man, that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to show you screenshots and I'm going to break it down properly. Then we're going to go onto FIFA, try and replicate it, and then that'll be the end of the video. If you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe. This took a lot of time and energy to do. I had to watch the game over and over again to accumulate certain information to bring this video together. So yeah, man. Anyway, let's get into the screenshots and let's really break down this game tactically. So as you can see here, you have Thiago Silva on the ball. You got Rudiger and Chalobah playing alongside him. In the first line of build-up, like I was saying at the start of the game, we found it very hard to progress due to Mane, Diaz and Salah getting very tight. And as you can see, Liverpool's attackers are very narrow. So when the ball does get to the likes of Rudiger, Salah doesn't have to cover a lot of ground. He can get close to him, press him, you know, same with Chalobah on that side as well. Diaz can get very close to Chalobah. So we'll find it very difficult to play through the likes of Thiago Silva, Rudiger and Chalobah, which was forcing us to play to Mendy. And if we look at the centre of the field as well, obviously you've got Jorginho. Couldn't capture Kovacic in this screenshot. But for Liverpool, the 2-8s and Thiago and Keita, their main job, Thiago stayed tight to Jorginho. And obviously with Keita, his job was to stay tight to Kovacic. So we couldn't play from our 2-8s the way that we normally do during games. But after a while, Chelsea started to adapt to Liverpool's press and they found a way to build out from the back. Often you'd see Thiago Silva making long balls onto the right hand side to Reece James or to the left hand side and Alonso, and they would pick up a lot of space. Now you're going to ask, why was it so successful for Chelsea during the game and why did it cause Liverpool so much trouble? The reason was because, as you can see, Salah and Diaz are very narrow, and obviously the main goal for Liverpool was to get really tight to the wide centre backs in Rudiger and Chalobah. So the wingers were occupying both centre backs in that department, which left space for the wing backs of Chelsea to have time and space to receive the ball. As you can see here, Alonso's got a lot of time and space to receive the ball and progress. And obviously with Liverpool there, you can see Salah trying to come back. But by the time Alonso receives and moves forward, it's already too late for Salah to try and get the ball back. And you're going to ask, well, isn't Trent or Robertson getting to the wing backs to apply pressure? Well, the thing is with that, if Trent right now was to get tight to Alonso, it would leave space for Pulisic to run in behind. So literally there is a 2v1 situation on the wing. So that's how Chelsea built out from the back. They created overloads through the wing backs and the wingers, which was helping them move beyond the first line of build-up. So as you can see here, before this screenshot, Thiago Silva did make a long ball onto the right hand side. Reece James knocks it down to Mount, and obviously Robertson loses the second ball, and then Mount manages to retrieve possession to, start off an attack. But as you can see there in that screenshot, guys, you got Reece James and you got Mason Mount creating that 2v1 situation. Now what does Robertson do? Does he stay with Reece James, which gives more space for Mount to maybe, break the lines and create opportunities and move with the ball? Or does he pressure Mount and allow Reece James to run in behind him, which leaves space for him to, maybe cross in and stuff like that? And that was the first chance for Chelsea as well. It came from this situation. As you can see there, you got Pulisic coming in narrow, just where Trent is. Reece James does manage to receive the ball and he does play a cross in. And obviously now Van Dijk has to come out to Reece James, otherwise Reece James have all the space and time in the world to do whatever the hell he wants to do. But with that, you got Pulisic running in, you got Alonso on the far post coming in the box, you got Lukaku, and there's already 3 players in there against how many defenders, for Liverpool. So that was how Chelsea attacked. They utilised the wings very well, using Reece James through the ball of Thiago Silva. Reece James, because of his technical ability and his composure, he has the composure to receive the ball under pressure and obviously progress the ball from there. Same with Alonso as well. And because Klopp is such a world-class manager, he managed to find solutions. He managed to nullify this pattern of play by Chelsea by, instead of having the wingers of Salah and Diaz so narrow to the centre-backs of Chelsea, Diaz and Salah now drop further back to pick up the likes of James and Alonso. So it was very hard for the likes of Thiago Silva to make a long ball without the ball being intercepted and cut out. Another way that Chelsea was building up as well, as you can see, you got Kovacic in this screenshot here. You got Thiago and Kovacic. Chalobah has been marked by Diaz, but as you can see in the middle of the field, which is really important here for Chelsea in terms of building up, was Jorginho. With Jorginho coming in centrally and coming deep, this attracts Keita towards him, which leaves space in behind Keita for the likes of Pulisic to exploit. Now, breaking down Chelsea defensively, they defended in a 5-2-3 formation. As you can see, Lukaku's cover shadowing Henderson, with the 2 wingers coming in very narrow to block off the passing lanes towards the likes of Thiago and Keita to receive the ball. At times, Chelsea's shape would get broken, and this would cause a lot of problems for Chelsea during the game, especially in the first 15 minutes. At times, Lukaku was getting drawn out to the centre-backs, which obviously left space in behind for Henderson to exploit. And once Henderson did receive the ball, there was already a numerical advantage for Liverpool. As you can see in this screenshot, you've got Jorginho on Keita. You've also got Mane, like I was saying, coming in as a false 9. So Kovacic was occupying Mane, and as you can see, just in behind Mount, you got Thiago, drifting into some space. And as you can see, the double pivots are already overwhelmed with this situation that Liverpool have created in the middle of the field. As a result of that, Liverpool found it very easy to build up from the first line of build-up. Another thing I should note as well was the movement of Thiago. Now, the main objective for Chelsea from the double pivots was Jorginho on Keita and Kovacic on Thiago. Now, sometimes Thiago would drop very deep to draw Kovacic towards Thiago, which leaves a lot of space in behind for the likes of Mane, who was a false 9 in this game, to exploit. As you can see in the screenshot, you got Kovacic almost in 2 minds whether to press Thiago or cover the space in behind. So eventually Chelsea did change their shape from a 5-2-3 to a 4-2-3-1 formation. Now you've got Pulisic on Henderson, with Alonso stepping out from the 5 at the back to almost play as a left midfielder. The reason why I think Tuchel changed to this formation was because with the narrow shape of the wingers in the 5-2-3, Robertson and Trent were getting a lot of space to receive the ball. In this screenshot on the far side of your screen, you can see Mount on Robertson. You can also see Alonso on Trent. Not only that, but Pulisic tightly marking Henderson is so important, because in the first half, they were getting overloaded in the midfield, Chelsea, in the central areas. So with Pulisic drifting centrally to mark Henderson, this allows Chelsea to have numerical equality, unlike the first half.